Can I take my jacket off?
But yeah, that was, I definitely don't remember any of that. But you don't want to hear him, right? Smile and look pretty.
Steven, find your own area.
Hey,
I've listened to about half of that. It was wonderful.
I'm glad you liked it.
I really loved it.
Mm-hmm.
Stream, baby, last stream. Can I get a go Yotes?
Go Yo-Yos!
Nice. I love it.
Smile. Look pretty.
What's
I promise it's not surveillance. You aren't. This won't be submitted to a court of law.
Is this for the school or is this your personal stuff? Oh, God.
Do you really think that I would do this on my own? Not me. Here, do it again. not a senior, are you? You're a senior? Hi.
I'm on this still.
Hey Jordan, when does this stop? When do I not have to walk behind him? Woohoo! Huh?
Plus also like
Okay. I'm having the time of my life.
Time.
Huh?
I'm trying to get maximum camera time.
You should just walk circles around me. It'll be inconspicuous. Hello again. Smile, look pretty. Thank you. I'll be back again.
Miss Connie, do you want to say hi?
Hey,
Hold on, get it for the program.
want a lollipop?
Sure, thank you.
You're welcome.
Take a break, get something to eat.
Okay, awesome. Thanks. Jordan. Switch me off.
Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to Kansas Wesley and welcome to our campus. I'm Damon Kraft. I'm the provost. We are thrilled that you're here with us this evening. We are delighted to be able to share in the joy of our senior reception and awards celebration. We are here to recognize you, graduates, and I hope throughout the course of this evening you get a sense of how proud we are of all that you have accomplished. I now invite Mr. Scott Jagozinski, campus minister, to come forward to deliver the invocation.
Let us pray. Dear Heavenly, most gracious God, we thank you for this opportunity to gather as friends and family together. As a KWU community, God, we pray that this weekend celebration of accomplishments and journeys so far be glorifying to you. Lord, I thank you for all the professors, the faculty, staff, everyone who has poured into these students, for the families that have supported them through that. We pray that you would be with us in this time tonight. Amen.
Before we proceed, please join me in thanking the Kansas Wesleyan Jazz Ensemble under the direction of Dr. Carl Rose. As we continue, and as the mic gives fits, please help yourself to the dessert buffet. Getting another ooey gooey bar is never a bad decision. It is now my honor to introduce the president of Kansas Wesleyan University, Dr. Matt Thompson.
Good evening. Students, we are so excited to be celebrating with you, and you're still students until tomorrow. Families, we are so excited to have you with us as well to celebrate the culmination of your students' time at Kansas Wesleyan. On behalf of the faculty and staff, we are so honored to have been a part of your lives over these last few years. Tonight we're highlighting the culmination of your work at Kansas Wesleyan, both inside and outside of the classroom. Our university motto is victory, not without toil. And the toil of the work that you have done has led to the moments that bring us here to tonight for this great victory of a weekend. We look forward to celebrating with you and all that you've done to fulfill the mission of the university, to grow academically, spiritually, physically, and in your commitment to your personal well-being and to our communities. I look forward to celebrating with you tonight, and we'll get started. Dr. Kraft, I invite you for the first presentation.
This evening, we are celebrating the accomplishments of our graduates, both undergraduate and graduate students alike. Please welcome our Alpha Chi advisor, Dr. Steve Hoekstra, for the recognition of those graduating students who have attained membership into a prestigious National Honor Society, one that is celebrating 40 years on Kansas Wesleyan's campus.
Hello, welcome. I would like the graduating members of Alpha Chi to please come to the stage. Alpha Chi is one of 2 National College Honor Societies for students from all disciplines. Alpha Chi members rank in the top 10% of juniors and seniors and represent the best undergraduate scholarship in all academic fields at their institutions. The Kansas Delta chapter was chartered at KW in 1977. And has served as a visible reminder of our focus on academic excellence. Several of our members attended the National Convention this year in Cleveland, Ohio, and our Alpha Chi chapter was recently recognized as one of 37 star chapters from the over 300 chapters nationally, the only star chapter in Kansas. Members serve in a variety of campus leadership roles, as you'll see them coming up repeatedly tonight, from student government, academic clubs, co-curricular activities. Dr. Pitak, Dr. Speck, and I are grateful to have served as sponsors for this year's students. As I read your names, I invite you to come across the stage to receive your award. Please line up over here for a group photo, and you may wear your medallion tomorrow at commencement as a mark of distinction. Beatrice Alonzo, Kendra Anderson, Morgan Booger, Allison Casey, Tori Cox, Mackenzie Fabricius, Coleman Hoke, Grant Lower, Taylor McLean, Sydney Mortensen, Sharif Waba, Rodney Kent Ziegler, Autumn Zimmerman. Who else do I have? And Brianna. And who else? Come on up. They didn't all give me their names. Thank you. Please join me in welcoming and congratulating these students.
Good evening. I'm Elizabeth Robbie, Assistant Professor of Accounting here. I would like to say before I give my award that all of our seniors in the accounting program, very intelligent and very dedicated. But they told me I could only give one award. So, I am pleased to announce that our outstanding accounting student for Kansas Wesleyan 2018-2019 is Coleman Houck. Now, Coleman is an exemplary student. He's quiet, but he's a positive addition to any classroom. And as a student, as a member of the Kansas Wesleyan University golf team, and he was also working during his time here. He has balanced his time and efforts between the activities, and he has achieved all-around success. So congratulations, Cole.
Good evening. I'm Trish Petak, Assistant Professor of Business and Accounting. This year's Business Management Outstanding Award goes to Allison Casey. Allison has always enjoyed being in the classroom and has shown this by exhibiting high levels of thinking while producing quality work. Allison is a member of Alpha Chi and was a member of this year's DECA team. Allison accepted an accounting internship her junior year at the Washington Center in Washington, D.C. While at the Washington Center, Allison not only jumped into an accounting role during tax season, but she also helped perform audits. Lots of successful accountants choose a career path outside auditing. This shows her eagerness to learn and ability to overcome challenges. Allison came to Kansas Wesleyan from California. She has been successful in the classroom and in her professional experience and will start her career in Salina. Congratulations, Allison.
My name's Paul Hedlund. I'm the marketing professor here, and would Rodney Bond please come to the front? Rodney's our outstanding marketing student. And Rodney, this is the last lecture you're going to ever have to listen from me. We look at academics, emotional leadership, vocationally sound young people who can think, lead, act. Besides being an outstanding student, Rodney is fully engaged in the baseball program where he pitches for the Coyotes as well as plays lots of other positions. This idea of Rodney being good at several positions kind of sets the pace for how we experienced him here in our department. When I first met Rod, he was willing to sell. He was in a salesmanship class, kind of normal for a marketing person. We were right in the middle of a training assignment, and he did less than I thought he was capable of doing. And so I kind of told him so, of course. That's very uncharacteristic of me. He looked at me and says, "You're real serious about this, aren't you?" And once he saw that, we were raising monies for the golf team. Coach had passed away and raised $4,000 in honor of him, and he was a huge part of that, and then he never quit from there. Team building, marketing projects, leadership, you could always count on Rod. He led a group of facilitators as he led his peer baseball team out on the ropes course with Coach Bill Neal. He developed, wrote, and led 2 huge marketing projects.
involved in consumer behavior and research for our school. Focus groups and surveys were done as he wrote the KW, about KW student satisfaction. 2 large reports were authored by him and as a leader participant. His goal is to get his MBA, and well, it's really an honor to give him this award.
I would like to invite Morgan Bucher to join me up on the stage at this time. So Morgan is the recipient of this year's Outstanding Biology Student Award. So this award is given to the special student who demonstrates high academic achievement in the area of biological sciences, along with leadership and strong community engagement. And this year, Morgan earned this high honor from the biology department due to her outstanding performances in the classroom, her strong work ethic and all her activities, her leadership on campus, and her engagement with the community. So I want to just briefly highlight a few of Morgan's accomplishments while at Kansas Wesleyan. She will graduate with a Bachelor of Science in Biology and a minor in Chemistry. She has been a Dane Hansen Foundation Scholar and on the President's Honor Roll for 7, well, I presume 8 semesters since she's been here. And she's maintained a GPA of a 3.99. I do think she got 1 A- in her entire time here. And this is a very difficult area of study, as many of you know who have avoided taking some of these science classes. And this high academic achievement earned Morgan an invitation to become an Alpha Chi member, which you saw her receive earlier. She also has been outstanding as a volleyball player. She's received the NAIA Daktronics Scholar Athlete and Academic All-K CAC in 2017 and 18. She was KWU's Female Scholar Athlete of the Year in 2018, and so on. Her achievements go sort of beyond the classroom, beyond the volleyball court. She was the presidential ambassador since 2017. She's been a resident assistant, science tutor. She tutored 5th through 7th graders back in Stockton, Kansas in the summer. And then she also worked as an intern at a hospital. I think it was then that she decided she wished to work with non-human patients. And so for the last year, she spent over 100 hours doing volunteering work and shadowing work, interning with different vets. And so she was just recently accepted to K-State's veterinarian school program, and she'll be entering there, I guess, this late summer to join them. And so besides all these things, she did lots of community outreach. I think that she really exemplifies what we wish to, I guess, raise up and highlight. And so we know that Morgan's going to have a very bright future, and please give us a round of applause for Morgan.
Would Allie Weems come forward, please? Hi, I'm Dr. David Silverman, and as she's walking up, I was thinking about how our students spend 2 or 4 years here trying to figure out who they are. So I'm going to go a little off script here with some words of advice from an expert on this subject, Mr. A.M. Hall. Dear Mr. Burton, we accept the fact that we had to sacrifice a whole Saturday in detention for whatever it is we did wrong, but we think you're crazy to make us write an essay telling you who we think we are. You see us as you want to see us, in the simplest terms, in the most convenient definitions. But what we found out is that each of us is a brain, and an athlete, and a basket case, and a princess, and a criminal. Does that answer your question? Sincerely yours, The Breakfast Club. So, a few years ago, one of the 2017 recipients of this award, Trail Spears, jokingly told tonight's award winner that she would win this in 2 years. She laughed and shrugged it off in a manner that is uniquely her own. I've been Allie Weems' advisor during her tenure here at KWU, and given the amount of hard work she has put into her time here, it's been both easy and a challenge. In fact, Allie presented the Communication Studies Department with a particularly difficult challenge, one that resulted in forcing the department to revise our curriculum and is affectionately now known as the Weems Rule. Allie got a lot of experience working as Paul Green's work-study, which she says, quote, gave me a ton of opportunities to work in and around the community in events such as the annual D-Day concert in Abilene, end quote, where they provided live video feed for the Salina Symphony. Allie also assisted our theater director, Karen Grassi, as soundboard tech for her productions in Fitzpatrick. She's also very proud of the work she did for our media production team, creating materials for Yes for a Better Salina, which is now propelled into a renovation of the Smoky Hill River. During her time at KWU, she's also enjoyed attending the Kansas Collegiate Media, shooting for both our newspaper and news desk, and meeting with our communications club to further the growth of our department. But above all else, Allie says she's enjoyed the people she's met during her time here at KWU, and the feeling is mutual. So now it is indeed a pleasure to introduce to you the 2019 Communications Student of the Year, Allie P. Weems.
Good evening. My name is Annie Hookman, and I am Chair and Associate Professor of the Computer Studies Department. The Computer Studies Department will be awarding its Outstanding Student Award to Grant Lauer. Grant Lauer would please come up. The Computer Studies Outstanding Senior Award has the following criteria: a GPA of 3.5 or higher, excellence in communication skills, demonstrates leadership in and out of the classroom, an academic leader, demonstrates support of fellow classmates, advanced research in the field with their senior capstone project, and participates in an REU internships or the Student Technology Assistant Program. Grant has demonstrated excellence in communication skills in and out of classroom, provided those leadership skills, demonstrated support of fellow classmates, completed advanced research with the senior capstone, and graduated with honors. He has a double major in network management and system administration and software engineering and information management. He has also been a member of the track and cross-country team all 4 years. Grant truly embodies the expectations for this award. He has been a student athlete who has excelled and taken advantage of all the opportunities that have been passed his way. Grant has served the university in several ways: Alpha Chi Vice President, peer mentor for the Wesleyan Experience course, KWU Crossbearer, and many representative positions for the Student Athlete Activities Committees. Please welcome Grant Lauer and the Computer Studies Department Award.
Good evening. I'm Barbara Marshall-Nickel, and I would like Megan Klein and Auden Zimmerman to come forward, please. So students often come to college to learn and prepare for a career, but while they're here, they often find their voice. College is a great laboratory for trial and error in discovering what they truly believe and who they want to be. Megan Klein has always had a clear focus of who she is and what she wanted to do, but in her 3 years, yes, she's graduating early, at KWU, Megan has developed a crystal clear vision of the person she wants to be. We began to see, that's Gary Harmon and I, Gary is the coach of debate and forensics, We began to see that vision in our preschool work sessions as her events began to outline an advocacy that others had shied away from. Her cause was discrimination of women in the forensics and debate activity. She spoke mostly to skeptical audiences in competition, but slowly and surely she won them over. So much so that her communication analysis placed either first or second at every tournament she attended, including 2 national tournaments. Hard work and attention to detail has always been a cornerstone for Megan, but this year it solidified her voice and people listened. She presented a paper to wide acclaim at the Southern States Communication Association in Montgomery, Alabama. She won a national title in extemporaneous speaking and another national title with Autumn Zimmerman in parliamentary debate. So I would first like to honor Megan Klein. Now let me talk about Autumn Zimmerman. Oh, sorry. Thought we were going to do it together. Autumn Zimmerman came to us 4 years ago from Concordia. She seemed to want to do everything. We warned her she could become a jack of all trades and a master of none, but she didn't pay any attention to us. We thought we overloaded her with work in debate, speech, music, and I thought she was taking too many classes per semester, but she kept coming back for more. I was right, and I was wrong. She did overload herself, but she succeeded magnificently. She was good at everything she did, and the power of and fits her very well. In communication, she excelled in debate and in many individual events. She got better each year, and her capstone paper was accepted for presentation at Southern States Communication Association. Her performance in debate made her a force to be reckoned with and brought her a national championship with Megan Klein in partner or parliamentary debate. Other schools began to notice, and they urged us to appoint and nominate her for All-American at the Pi Kappa Delta National Conference. The All-American Award is one of the most prestigious awards in forensics. It is given to only 10 people every other year. To win, you have to be extremely competitive. You have to have a grade point above 3.5. You have to do all sorts of service work and then go through the selection process at Pi Kappa Delta National Competition. In addition to that, you have to be recommended by at least three of the veteran coaches in the national tournament. Autumn was selected as All-American. She is only our second All-American. The first one was about 10 years ago, so we are thrilled to say, great work, Autumn, on your debate in forensics and being All-American for Pi Kappa Delta.
my honor to present the Student Hall of Fame Award. It's presented to a graduating senior who's demonstrated excellence in balancing campus involvement, community service, and academics. As we say around here, the power of and. Students selected for this honor will have made a difference through their involvement. The criteria for the academic portion of the award is to have maintained at least a 3.25 GPA throughout their entire time at Wesleyan. Students submit an application and letter of interest to the Hall of Fame panel consisting of students and administrators who review all the applications and narrow the pool down to those applicants who are invited to a separate and private interview with a different panel. That panel selects the student who is recognized at this dinner. Will this year's recipients please come forward? Michelle Barkley and Autumn Zimmerman.
Hello, I'm Dr. Anita Speck, and it is my honor to be able to present the award for the Outstanding History Graduate this year. So would Kobe McCorkle and Autumn Zimmerman please come towards the stage? This year, the History Department is presenting its award for the 2019 Outstanding Graduates, plural. We are breaking from our historical pattern because this year we are very fortunate to have two amazing young people who have enriched our classes over the past 4 years, Autumn Zimmerman and Kobe McCorkle. Autumn Zimmerman knew from her freshman year that she wanted to be a history major. She's brought her analytical skills and dogged determination to track down every fact into her work. Her senior thesis project covered the media's portrayals of women in sports. And to get some of the information, she interviewed the tennis legend Billie Jean King. Her drive and fearlessness produced a great paper and earned her a prize in the Best of KWU competition. And as she modified it for her communications classwork, she earned also a spot in a national communications conference, which is a rare accomplishment for an undergraduate. Kobe McCorkle came to our department after trying out other majors, and we are glad he did. Kobe enriches the classroom environment with his questions and insights. He often sees things that other people don't, including me. Kobe has also used his skills and talents to help others. He has served as the history tutor for the Student Success Center, and I know that he's helped many students do well in American history. His senior thesis project analyzed a turning point in the life of the great Civil War general William Tecumseh Sherman to tease out the source of rumors about Sherman's mental stability early in the war. Kobe used letters, diaries, and newspaper accounts to understand the general's responses to multiple stresses in 1861. It's a paper that is worthy of further recognition. Please join me in congratulating these two great students.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Dr. Mike Russell. Would Caitlin Hazel, Abigail Marshall, and Taylor McLean please come up to the stage at this time? Arate, the KW Honors Program, is an interdisciplinary program featuring unique courses, seminars, and the opportunity for independent research. It is open to students with a GPA of 3.5 or above. The name arete comes from the ancient Greek notion of excellence, morality, and virtue. It is the value of pushing oneself to be all that one can be. And it is implied in the KWU calling to, quote, develop oneself to be all that one can be. And it is implied, oh, I said that over, didn't I? It is implied in KWU's calling to develop both intellect and character, to stimulate creativity and discovery, and to nurture the whole person, body, mind, and soul, end quote. This comes out of the KWU mission statement. Each student accepted into the honors program enjoys the title Wesleyan Fellow. It is my privilege to congratulate these three students who have successfully completed the Arete Honors Program this year. They are Caitlin Hazel, Abigail Marshall, and Taylor McLean. They are the third, fourth, and fifth students to complete the program since its redesign 4 years ago. I was fortunate to have all three of these students in a number of the honors courses I taught over the last several years. Most memorable to me are the research papers each wrote in different Honors 310 honors issues classes. The Honors Issues course is essentially a problem-solving course where the students take the skills they have learned in earlier honors courses, such as leadership, critical analysis, global awareness, and impacting the future, and they apply these skills to the identification and resolution of a major issue of concern. Caitlin's project was entitled Religious Stereotypes and Extremes. Abigail's project was entitled The History of Diversity in Classical Music. And Taylor's project was entitled The Effects of Detrimental Education Policy and Possible Solutions to Kansas's Budget Question. In a word, each of these was excellent, as was the rest of their work in the program. All three went on to write larger but equally excellent senior research papers in Honors 499. Caitlin wrote Benefits of Citizens Police Academies, which was written under the supervision of Professor John Burchill. Abigail wrote The Compositional Techniques of Claude Debussy under the supervision of Dr. Jesse Henkensiefken. And Taylor wrote The Effective Flow Rate on Dissolved Oxygen in the Smoky Hill River under the supervision of Dr. Kristen Kramer. Each of these students now becomes a lifelong Wesleyan Fellow. Each will receive special honor cords, a special notation on their transcript that says Arete Honor Student, a framed certificate attesting to their special accomplishment, and their name placed on a special plaque in the Honors Lounge just for the lifelong Wesleyan Fellows. We're very sorry to see them go, but are of course very proud of them. We know that each of them is going to excel in all of their future endeavors. Please join me in congratulating Caitlin Hazel, Abigail Marshall, and Taylor McLean. I'm very uncoordinated. I appreciate you.
I'm pleased to be able to grant the Music Distinction Award to Aubrey Cook. Aubrey, would you come forward, please? The Music Distinction Award is given to a graduating senior who has demonstrated leadership, dedication, and musicianship while attending Kansas Wesleyan University. Aubrey is a hardworking student. She came from Ellsworth, Kansas. She didn't really think that college was part of the picture for her when she was in high school. And then the summer before, the summer after her graduation from high school, Dr. Hakoda received a text from her that said, "Can I please come to Kansas Wesleyan?" After starting out as a rather average freshman, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that, Aubrey worked hard to distinguish herself not only in the classroom, but in performance, as a featured soloist on choir tour, and most of all, as a student leader. As a music education major, she directed pep band, helped with Salina's Children Choir, and has been president of the Kansas Wesleyan University Choir. She is truly one of the best, and we are very proud of her. I first met Aubrey at a fine arts picnic. The music department had invited 60 people to my house. And I was just a little bit nervous about how to manage all of that. And there was Aubrey and other wonderful young people who stepped right up and helped and made everything beautiful. So I am pleased to offer Aubrey the Music Department Award of Distinction.
Good evening. I'm Janine Houchin, Director of Nursing Education, and I am pleased to present the Donna Miner Award in Nursing. Would Cassidy Hornbacher please join me on stage? The Donna Miner Award in Nursing was established in 1986 to recognize a graduate nursing student in memory of Donna Miner, who was a 1981 graduate of the Asbury School of Nursing. This award is sponsored by a generous donation from the Sunflower Chapter of the Kansas State Nurses Association. Candidates for this award must demonstrate the attributes of leadership and professionalism. The recipient of this award has demonstrated these attributes by serving as the president of the Student Nursing Association, president of her nursing class, and a representative for the Student Government Association, all while balancing a busy nursing school class schedule. Because of her professionalism, she received not one, but 3 job offers prior to graduation, and has accepted a position at Salina Regional Health Center in the emergency department. It is with great pride that the 2019 Donna Miner Award in Nursing goes to Cassidy Hornbacher. Congratulations.
Would Lisa Lopez please come forward? I'm Assistant Professor of Nursing Kathy Sweeney, and the Nursing Graduate Achievement Award was established by the Nursing Education faculty to recognize a nursing graduate who has demonstrated academic excellence, resilience, and commitment to their personal and career goals throughout the nursing program. This nursing student has completed her nursing education while being involved in women's soccer and cheer. She met every challenge head-on and remained resilient and persevered during difficult times. She demonstrated academic excellence in the classroom and demonstrated the caring heart of a nurse in the clinical setting. We are excited that she will be staying here in Salina and working at Salina Regional Health Center, We are so proud of her and all of her accomplishments, and she's going to be a wonderful, wonderful nurse. The recipient of the 2019 Nursing Graduate Achievement Award is Lisa Lopez. Congratulations, Lisa.
All right, would Calvin Ainsworth, Christian Cornelis, and Taylor McLean please come up? The Outstanding Graduate Physics Senior Award recognizes students for excellence in academics, research, and service in physics at Kansas Wesleyan. This year we have 3 outstanding recipients for the award. All 3 of these students have demonstrated an exceptional amount of growth in the classroom and in the lab as physicists over the past 4 years. Besides succeeding in their math and physics coursework, they've demonstrated an impressive ability to manage their time by participating in football and orchestra, working part-time jobs, volunteering their time in the community, and participating in extracurricular activities such as the KWU Global Space Balloon Project. It is our honor tonight to have the opportunity to recognize these students for their outstanding work at Kansas Wesleyan University. Although we are sad to see them leave, we're extremely proud of our students, and we wish them the best of the luck for next year. So first one is Calvin Ainsworth. Calvin started at KWU in the fall of 2015. He's demonstrated leadership in his commitment to physics, football, and math throughout his time at KWU. Last summer, Calvin took advantage of an opportunity to experience physics research through the National Science Foundation Experiences for Undergraduates at Oklahoma State University, during which he worked in the subfield of high energy physics. Specifically, he tested hardware to be used at the CERN HLC in Switzerland. This project involves a large amount of computer programming, and it sparked his interest in high energy physics as a potential avenue for graduate school. At his REU, Calvin received an award for the best poster and has since presented his poster at a regional American Physical Society conference this fall. Calvin's senior capstone project is to develop materials and equipment for an advanced physics laboratory where future students will be able to investigate the Faraday effect, which involves determining the polarization shift of light as it passes through a material magnetic field. This spring, Calvin was admitted into the PhD program in physics at Oklahoma State. Calvin has demonstrated an impressive level of perseverance in his studies at KWU, and we have no doubt that he'll be successful at Oklahoma. Congratulations, Calvin.
The second award goes to Christian Cornelis. Christian started at Kansas Wesleyan in fall 2015. Christian is an outstanding physics major for several reasons. Last summer, he completed a summer National Science Foundation research experience for undergraduates at K-State University in atomic, molecular, and optical physics, where he created and took measurements on higher order harmonic laser generation and designed a vacuum system for photoionization experiments that will be implemented into the laser system in the Kansas Light Source Optics Lab. Christian helped out with our first inaugural STEM Day this spring, and he is a member of the Kansas Wesleyan Math and Physics Club. He's been a leader for our freshman physics majors, and he has worked with Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Salina as a tutor, in addition to working as a tutor for calculus and physics at Kansas Wesleyan in the Student Success Center during the 2017-2018 school year. In the spring of 2017, Christian and his teammates successfully completed the mathematical contest in modeling, which itself is a major accomplishment. His senior capstone project focused on understanding the photodegradation of polystyrene, which is a major component of pollution. And this coming fall, Christian will be enrolled in the Texas A&M Engineering PhD program, where he will continue to work on important topics related to sustainable energy. Congratulations, Christian.
Taylor McLean came to us from the music department. She's demonstrated excellent time management skills by balancing music and physics throughout her time here at KWU. During the summer of 2017, Taylor had a National Science Foundation research experience for undergraduate experience in atomic, molecular, and optical physics at Kansas State University, where she worked on designing a detector for laser matter interactions. Taylor's senior capstone project is investigating the oxygen content of rivers with direct measurements and modeling. She served as a math and physics tutor for 3 years in the Student Success Center and has been a lifesaver in the work that she's done for the physics department. She's been an active participant in the KWU Math and Physics Club, a mentor for the Women in STEM Live and Learn community, and a member of ARTE, the KWU Honors Program. Throughout her physics career, she has demonstrated a strong interest in the intersection of biology and physics, including carrying out research on the effect of sound on plants. We are excited to announce that Taylor has accepted a position at the University of Michigan in their biophysics program starting in the fall of 2019. Congratulations, Taylor.
Good evening. Will Sharif Waba please come forward? The Reverend George Taylor was a United Methodist minister and a professor of sociology at Kansas Wesleyan. Dr. Taylor was instrumental in the creation of the criminal justice degree at Kansas Wesleyan and a strong supporter of LEAP, the law enforcement education program. Started in 2010, the George Taylor Criminal Justice Award honors excellence in undergraduate research or activities that demonstrate an application of the standards of excellence within the criminal justice profession. This year's winner is Sharif Waba. Sharif has shown great growth and resiliency since starting at Kansas Wesleyan. He's been active in so many leadership roles, including the Cadet Corps, which is the elite criminal justice and emergency management students. Sharif will have his name placed on a large plaque listing past honorees, receives his individual plaque, and as tradition requires, his first set of tactical handcuff keys. Sharif. Will Michelle Barkley please come forward? As Michelle learned, you can't count on anything in emergency management. I am not Dr. Booker. Dr. Booker is responding to an emergency this evening legitimately and could not be here. Aaron Hurd was a business student at Kansas Wesleyan University. In December of 2016, while in class, Aaron suffered a full cardiac arrest. Due to the prompt response of fellow student Rex Campbell, faculty and staff at Kansas Wesleyan, and the Salina EMS team, Aaron survived. Started in 2015, the purpose of the Campbell Hurd Emergency Management Award is to recognize the achievements and hard work of students that have demonstrated an exceptional approach in the prevention, mitigation, response, and recovery from disasters and emergency situations. This year's winner is Michelle Barkley. Michelle has shown great growth and resiliency since starting at Kansas Wesleyan, has been active in various leadership roles, including the Cadet Corps, as well as serving as the incident commander and running the Emergency Operations Center during the NAIA Football Championship games. Michelle receives a plaque today, her diploma tomorrow, and for those that have paid attention to the news, Monday starts as the director of Saline County Emergency Management. Our winner, Michelle Barkley.
I'm Brian Minnick, and I chair the Sport and Exercise Science Department. And all you guys just look so beautiful out there. Golly. All right, Kirsten Anderson, please come on up here. And Deanna Rosen. Come on, Deanna. The Department of Sport and Exercise Achievement Award is presented to Kirsten Anderson and Deanna Rosen for their outstanding achievement in health science with a concentration in pre-physical therapy. Kirsten and Deanna have represented the Department of Sport and Exercise Science as well as Kansas Wesleyan University as outstanding individuals. They have great character. They're unbelievable. I talked to their coach, Kat Benton, gave her a call. I said, what do you have to say about these two young ladies? And she had a list this long. Not only on the field were they unbelievable, but also in the classroom. Kirsten and Deanna both have excellent GPAs, 3.54 and 3.53 respectively. They both graduated. By the way, they both played soccer. I told you that. They both graduated in 3.5 years. And they told me we couldn't do it with the health science and pre-physical therapy. Thank you, ladies, for doing that. They are truly examples of student athletes at the highest level. They have both matured into great leaders while at Kansas Wesleyan. As well as tremendous leaders, each of them have been great role models and mentors, both in the classroom and on the soccer field. Both Kirsten and Deanna are always eager to learn and volunteer in a moment's notice. And I'm going to tell you, anytime I needed anything done, I went to these two. Unbelievable young people. And you parents, you guys did an unbelievable job with these two. Deanna was the captain of the soccer team. Kirsten was the president of the Exercise Science Club. Both have played instrumental parts in events like the Hoops for Heart and the Wellness Fair, and help ignite the Exercise Science Club to another successful year. So as you can see, these two young ladies are just outstanding, outstanding young women. And we're proud to have them. And we're really proud that they were part of the Sport and Exercise Science Department. Their goals for the future are to attend the Doctor of Physical Therapy School and become physical therapists. They both did their internships at Salina Ortho. They were outstanding. They followed the doctors, the orthopedic surgeons. They followed the PAs. They watched surgery, and they didn't faint. And of course, they spent some time in physical therapy. Both Kirsten and Deanna are on the waiting list at the University of St. Mary's Doctorate of Physical Therapy program, and I want to just congratulate these two young ladies for achieving this high award.
Hi, I'm Dr. Christy Rodriguez. I'm the Director of Education. If I could have Shelby Mann and Kendra Anderson come up here, please. The Kansas Wesleyan Teacher Education Department Award in elementary clinical practice, the students and secondary clinical practice students as the Kansas Department of Education's Teachers of Promise. This award is established by the Department of Education to recognize those students who have excelled in their teacher education program and hold the promise of being exemplary teachers. In order to qualify for this award, the students had to turn in the following information: description of their participation in professional organizations related to their certification area, like KNEA SP, the chemistry, it's NCMST, yeah, and other related organizations. Evaluations turned in by their cooperating teachers and university supervisors, and recommendations from their cooperating teacher. In elementary education, the recipient is Kendra Anderson. Kendra's been a positive leader and a person who can be counted on throughout her educational career at Kansas Wesleyan. She has continued to show leadership qualities throughout her clinical practice experience at Coronado Elementary here in Salina. Kendra has accepted a third grade position in Junction City for the 1920 school year. Congratulations, Kendra. The secondary education recipient for the spring 2019 is Shelby Mann. Shelby has been a leader throughout campus, specifically this past academic year, where she has spearheaded the Women in STEM learning community in her dorm. She has been active in many areas of Kansas Wesleyan. She too has continued the leadership qualities in her clinical practice experience. She not only taught chemistry at Salina South High School, but also helped with prom activities, as well as took the role of an assistant softball coach. Shelby Mann has accepted a chemistry position at Norton High School. Congratulations, Shelby.
To receive Latin honors, the student's earned grade point average must equal or surpass minimal requirements in both categories, the overall cumulative GPA and the Kansas Wesleyan University GPA. Students recognized with Latin honors will receive their honor cords as they cross the stage at commencement tomorrow. At this time, I ask the students to come forward to the front of the stage as I read your name so we may recognize you. Please hold your applause until all names have been announced. Students graduating cum laude, which is with a minimum GPA of 3.5, Kirsten Anderson, Rodney Bond, Michelle Barkley, Peyton Desormiers, Joshua Elliott, Joseph Gunderson, Benjamin Hayden, Matthew Hansen, Carrie Hill, Nisa Inzunza, Bradley Kugler, Shelby Mann, Brittany Mangus, Nicholas Murray, Michelle Rios Buza, Deanna Rowson, Quentin Smith, Christopher Stadler, Peter Timoti, Curtis Vanderstay, Allie Weems, and Megan Klein. Students who are graduating magna cum laude, which is with a minimum GPA of 3.75, Kendra Anderson, Tori Cox, Mackenzie Fabrizius, Caitlin Hazel, Coleman Hauk, Aspen Lungwitz, Corby McCorkle, Sydney Mortensen, Yodai Nakamura, Sharif Waba. Students who are graduating summa cum laude to the minimum GPA of 3.9, Morgan Bucher, Allison Casey, Grant Lauer, Abigail Marshall, Taylor McLean, Shelby Paul, Brianna Rose, and Autumn Zimmerman. Please join me in congratulating these students for achieving this wonderful recognition.
Thank you. At this time, we wish to honor students who have served or are still serving as active duty military for their sacrifice, service, and commitment to excellence that they've shown both to Kansas Wesleyan and to our country. I now invite the following students to come forward as I read your name to receive your veteran cords, which you may choose to wear at commencement tomorrow. Dwayne S. Clifford, United States Army National Guard, 23 years of service. Joseph D. Gunderson, United States Army, 7 years of service. Nathan W. Harden, United States Army, 5 years of service. Joshua G. Elliott, United States Army, 8 years of service. Casey L. McCoy, United States Marine Corps, 4 years of service. And Edward M. Wagner III, United States Army, 4 years of service. Thank you, Joseph. I now invite Autumn Zimmerman to come forward to present the next awards.
The Administration and Staff Distinguished Service Award is given to an individual who shows attentiveness, leadership, hard work, administrative success, and benevolence. This year's recipient exhibits these traits in her everyday life. She is driven to facilitate student success, while at the same time showing concern and compassion toward the students that she interacts with. Though her career at Kansas Wesleyan started not long ago, she has had a large impact on the students, staff, and faculty at Kansas Wesleyan due to her passion for philanthropy, her drive to see students and the university succeed, and her overall compassion toward both alumni, students, and the Salina community as a whole. She always has a smile on her face and a positive attitude, and is immediately prone to ask how your day is when she encounters you in the hallways. She has demonstrated flexibility and leadership in the last few years, taking on not only 1, but 2 leadership positions in the administration, and at the same time attending events from athletics to the arts. She exhibits overall support for all sectors of the campus community and exemplifies the true meaning of the power of the pack by collaborating with people from across the campus community. She is always willing to give advice or a helping hand, and she shows true concern for students that she interacts with. In my experience with this individual, I found that she exemplifies what it means to be a role model and a leader. Her endless support, attentive nature, campus leadership, dedication, and hard work within her department's administrative success and benevolence toward everyone on campus makes Dr. Melanie Overton completely deserving of this award. The next award that I have the privilege to give out is the Faculty Distinguished Service Award, which is given to a faculty member who exhibits diligence, passion, leadership, tenacity, and outstanding achievement within the educational sphere at this university. This year's winner is undoubtedly an individual who exhibits all of these traits, plus so many more. Her intellect is extremely intimidating, but she never uses it negatively. Instead, she uses her knowledge to facilitate discussion and involvement in the classroom. She uses her passion for history, politics, and education in general to educate students, pushing them to be the best that they can be. She not only encourages students, she puts forth an open-door policy that allows them to approach her for advice, guidance, and even just good conversation. She is always working to make the campus community a better place for students by taking active roles in advising, teaching, and in several committees around campus. This professor has personally influenced my life, becoming a role model and an inspiration not only to myself but to many students across this campus. If you haven't had the opportunity to speak with her, I encourage you to do so, because you'll be fascinated by her extensive knowledge in history, her wide array of knowledge in chemistry, her passion for student success, and her compassion for everyone around her, even when she's facing hardships in her own life. She is the prime example of what a distinguished faculty member should be. She embodies leadership through her advising, diligence in her work, passion for her students, tenacity toward the challenges and hardships that she has faced, and outstanding achievement in the fact that she has taught me and many others in this room and around the campus community what it means to be a true coyote. I am beyond proud to present the 2018-19 Faculty Distinguished Service Award to Dr. Anita Speck.
At their February meeting, the KWU Board of Trustees approved the promotion for one of our faculty and granted promotion and tenure to two of our faculty. As defined by the faculty handbook, tenure is awarded by the university as a deserved recognition of academic achievement, personality, character, and quality of services of the individuals concerned. It is the granting of continuous contract status in a specific division or department to a ranked faculty member by an affirmative act of the Board of Trustees after recommendation by the President. The newly promoted faculty is Dr. Ken Hakoda. The newly promoted and tenured faculty are Dr. Lonnie Booker Jr. and Dr. Kristen Kramer. Dr. Ken Hakoda has been promoted from associate to full professor of music. Dr. Hakoda started at KWU in 2003. Dr. Lonnie Booker Jr. started at KWU in the fall of 2013 as an assistant professor of emergency management. Besides receiving tenure, Dr. Booker has also been promoted to associate professor beginning with the new academic year. Dr. Kristen Kramer started at KWU in the fall of 2013 as an assistant professor of physics. Besides receiving tenure, Dr. Kramer has also been promoted to associate professor beginning with the new academic year. The Exemplary Teacher Award was started in 1990 to recognize faculty who excel in their primary duty, which is classroom teaching. Criteria for selection include excellence in teaching, civility and concern for students and colleagues, commitment to valued-centered education, and service to students, the university, and the community. The recipient for the KWU Exemplary Teacher Award is chosen by faculty peers. It is tradition to announce this award during commencement week each spring. The recipient receives a framed certificate, a check for $1,000, and has the honor of serving as the university mace bearer for the next academic year. Plaques with the current winner and the past recipients are posted in the Student Activity Center and in the Hazen Center for Teaching Excellence. At this time, I'll share with you excerpts from the letter of recommendation from the recipient's colleague. This faculty member demonstrates exemplary commitment to providing the best possible education for our students and serves students, the profession, and the university wholeheartedly. When not in the classroom, they are available to students with an open door policy. Almost every student who has come through our program in recent years has received in-depth, one-on-one tutoring to help them understand the material and meet the course goals. Students report that the recipient takes feedback well and adjusts the learning environment to to meet individual and group needs. Several new faculty have identified the recipient as a role model and source of inspiration for creating and attaining professional goals. The recipient values excellence in teaching for the department and the university as a whole. They are dedicated to helping fellow faculty excel, has an open door policy that applies to their colleagues as well as students, and their passion for teaching is unmatched. The recipient is constantly updating their own knowledge and teaching resources to best suit student needs in the quickly evolving field. There are a few complimentary things here, huh? They are admired for clear and concise expectations for students, coupled with sincere compassion and concern for their success, both personally and professionally. The department revels in the recipient's ability to laugh and combine this with an ever-present focus on what is important when it comes to the learning environment. We are thankful to have this faculty member and joyfully nominate them for the 1819 Exemplary Teacher Award. I am extremely delighted to announce that this year's recipient of the Exemplary Teacher Award, hired in 2015, is Professor Andrea Pickelsheimer, Assistant Professor of Nursing. Andrea, will you please join me on the stage?
We have many students who are honored as student athletes for the Kansas Collegiate Athletic Conference, the National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics, and the College Sports Information Directors of America, the COSIDA Academic All-America First Teams Academic All-District Awards. These students were recognized for their academic achievements at the YODI Awards last month. The complete listing of students honored for these awards is listed in the full commencement weekend program, and you may pick up a copy tomorrow at either baccalaureate or commencement. Well, that's the end of the evening. What a wonderful and exciting night it has been. Such wonderful things that we've celebrated our students in the many ways that they have achieved while they are here, and we've also recognized outstanding faculty and staff for their many contributions. My wife Jennifer and I have enjoyed getting to know our students over the last few years. We've enjoyed having them to our home and getting to serve them the ooey gooey bars you've heard so much about. I hope you'll take home a copy of the recipe and make that for your mothers tomorrow or on Sunday for them. At this time, I would like to thank Leon Paredes Gonzalez, General Manager of Sodexo, on behalf of all of our guests for the wonderful food for this evening. Will you please join me in thanking them? To our guests, thank you all for coming and being a part of this wonderful tradition for Kansas Wesleyan. You're welcome to stay for a bit and enjoy more food, maybe meet some of those great faculty and staff you've heard about, and we look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Baccalaureate begins at 11 a.m., commencement at 3 p.m., and doors open for both 1 hour in advance. Thank you. Have a good evening.